Hi everyone, these are our notes for 1H in which we will be learning to evaluate expressions. So we need some vocab here. A little bit of this will be review for us because we've talked about these before. But a variable, so V-A-R-I-A-B-L-E, is a symbol, usually a letter, that represents an unknown quantity, something that we don't know how much it is until we're told. An algebraic expression is an expression that contains at least one variable, and it usually has constants and operations. We'll talk about what those constants are in just a minute here too. And then evaluate. Now this one, let's really think about this one for a minute. Evaluate means to find the value of an algebraic expression by substituting a number for the variable. So we'll be getting these algebraic expressions that we've been working with already this year. They're going to tell us what the value of the variable should be, and then we'll do the math. So evaluate means to do the math or work it out. So again, kids often forget what this word evaluate means. So it just means do the math, just work out the problem. Okay, let's look at the parts of this algebraic expression, just so we have some terms down. When you have a number that is being multiplied to the variable, we call that a coefficient. We call the letter that's standing in for a value the variable. And then we call a number that's being added or subtracted from the variable a constant. It doesn't change, so its constant stays the same. Here are the steps that we'll take in order to solve these problems. First of all, we'll substitute a number for the variable. So we'll take that means take the variable out of the problem and replace it with the value that you're given, the number that you're given. And then finally, use your order of operations to solve to find the value of the expression. So here's our first problem. The problem tells us that x is equal to 6. That means that we can substitute a 6 in for this x. So we take the x out and replace it with a 6, bring down the operation, which is addition, and bring down the constant, which is the 5, and then do the math. 6 plus 5 is 11. Here's our next example. This one tells us that p is 5, and we're substituting our 5 in for the p. Now this just says 3p. Remember, when there's no operation between a number and its variable, that means multiply. But since we're putting a 5 in for p, when we have two numbers, we can't leave the operation symbol out. Why is that? Because then this would just look like 35. We wouldn't know if it was supposed to be 3 times 5 or if it was just the number 35. So once you've replaced that variable with a value, you've got to put your operation symbol in. And then we do the math. 3 times 5 is 15. So our answer here should be 15. Okay, now next problem here is where we need to worry about our order of operations. So we're going to take our 2, which is what h is equal to, and replace this h in the problem with a 2. So I've done that here. We get 4 times 2, and then we bring down our operation symbol and our number 9. So the problem becomes 9 minus 4 times 2. And remember, our order of operations says to multiply or divide first. So we have to do this 4 times 2 first to get 8, and then we can subtract 8 from the 9, and our final answer should be 1. All right, now go ahead and try the next 3 on your own, and then start the video up again and check yours to see how you do. This one is a division problem. This just means 16 divided by 4. All right, let's see how you did here. Did you replace the x with the 25 and then multiply 5 times 25? Did you remember to write an operation symbol here so we know it's multiply? And then the answer should have been 125. Replace the m with 4, and this becomes 16 divided by 4, which is 4. Now here's a two-step problem. Replace the k with 15, and you come up with the problem 3 times 15 plus 5. Do the 3 times 15 first, because our order of operations says to do that. That's 45. And then add in your 5 to get a total of 50. Hope you did well on those.